difference is obviously the end which you choose. You know, if you can have your fans behind you, obviously it's going to put the opposition off. That's why it looks like it's going towards the Luton end, which will give them a little bit of an advantage.
So often that makes a difference, doesn't it?
But if you do go a goal behind, you've got to keep believing. You know, it quite often changes. You know, so you just got to keep sticking in there. So where the goalkeepers are vitally important, and they do the homework a lot. These goalkeepers now, they understand about who the penalty takers are. But there's going to be, as I said, this is what it's come down to now. You're that one step away. Someone's going to be a hero, and somebody's going to be leaving the stadium absolutely distraught.
The coaches' jobs are done. It's now down to the players, isn't it? Is the pressure off almost?
No, not at all. Not at all. This is even more now, because if you're nearly there, you just got to keep focused. As tired as what you are, there's a lot of tired legs out there. He gave us everything. That's why we couldn't split them apart. But this is when you've got to concentrate. You've got to have that picture in your mind, and it's a gamble. It's so difficult.
It's a lottery, isn't it? It is
so
a lottery.
Difficult. Any way you look at it, so difficult.
Well, what a chance for the goalkeepers. So often the hero in the penalty shootout. Don't know where he was going to. Maybe a quick chance for Wilson just to gather his thoughts. We were waiting for him. And Horath, we thought, probably would have gone off in the second half of extra time. He was holding his hamstring, but he seems to be okay.
Could that be the difference? I know he has a hamstring injury. Is that going to play some sort of part with it? I know he finished the game off. Is that going to make something?
What was it in the penalty shootout? Was it Paddy Kenny dived the same way 5 times or 4 times when they were in a penalty shootout? Because he was injured. Can't remember what game it was, but
you got to, I suppose. That's not a bad way to look at it. And eventually they're going to change it. You have to have a picture, especially the goalkeepers. They'll be looking into the eyes. They'll be trying every conceivable thing. I would be. I don't know if you can still do it now. Be trying to put them off. Trying to get
the mind games, isn't it?
You've got to do that.
Every little.
Do you ever remember Bruce Grobbelaar when he was putting them off and dancing around? You've got to try and put them off, because you'd imagine that obviously the taker is a lot more nervous than the goalkeeper. So you've got to try and use it to your advantage. Talk to him. Get in his ear hole. Try and put him off. Try and get a bit of an advantage. That's as long as you're still allowed to do that.
Yep. It's the Luton end.
Yep, gives you a little bit of, well, hopefully it gives you that little bit of belief there. He's played well today, a lot of energy with him, Morris. He's put a shift in today. Looks a confident lad, still plenty of energy.
So here we go then, spot kicks to decide promotion to the Premier League. We've seen Burnley and Sheffield United go up automatically. Will it be Luton or Coventry? Lee Hendry, Steve Wilson are your commentators for the penalty shootout.
Of Ben Wilson, who's trying to delay it. So here is the first of 10. Carlton Morris for Luton Town.
Is a massive penalty right in front of Luton Town fans, and this is why the advantage goes in Luton Town's favour. Matt Godden has been brilliant taking penalties. You'll know all about this.
Like Morris, he's 100% from the penalty spot this season. In his case, 2 from 2. Matt Godden with the penalty kick. Facing Ethan Horvath and hordes of Luton Town fans. And he scores. Very good penalty. It's 1-1.
That's a brilliant penalty from Matt Godden. I mean, if anyone you want on your penalties, you do want Matt Godden.
Well, scored in the last moments of the game, or thought he scored in the last moments of the game, Joe Taylor. Ruled out correctly for handball.
It's a big moment for him, isn't it? Stepping up and probably his biggest crowd.
The 20-year-old places the ball on the spot. Joe Taylor for Luton Town. Good penalty.
I'll tell you what, have a look at the relief. I'm telling you, I've been in that situation before. And to feel that and see that ball go into the back of the net, and it was a brilliant penalty from the young man. Stepped up, confident, loads of conviction.
Nobody on this football pitch has scored more goals this season than Viktor Gyökeres. Some can't watch. Gyökeres against Horvath. In. 2-2.
What a penalty that was. Talk about conviction, I talk about class and style. That is the best penalty we've seen so far.
It's a mighty long walk, isn't it, from the halfway line. Marvellous Nakamba to take here for Luton. Never scored for Luton, he never scored for Aston Villa, he never scored for Bruges. But he scores that!
Another fantastic penalty from Luton Town. Marvellous Nakamba. Completely sending Ben Wilson the wrong way.
Ben Sheaf is coming forward for Coventry City. The 5th of 10 takers. The 6th, I beg your pardon, of 10 takers. The first 5 have all scored. Ben Sheaf for Coventry. And again into the roof of the net. Cool as you like, it's 3-3.
What a fantastic penalty. Tell you what, nerves of steel some of these players have got. Not even harder for Coventry as they're facing not only the Luton Town goalkeeper but the Luton Town fans behind the goal.
Nick Harford watching on. Jordan Clark, who scored the goal early on in the first half, now has to take this penalty kick. Clark against Wilson. Great penalty.
What we have seen some unbelievable penalties, haven't we? We really have. I don't think the goalkeeper's had a sniff of getting near one so far.
Josh Eccles. What a responsibility now.
And these big deep breaths. Thinking to try and cancel out the whole occasion. Coming on as a substitute.
Eccles. This for 4 each. Scores. Faultless from the first 8.
Yeah,
now it's sudden death.
Yeah. Another brilliant penalty. Josh Eccles. Standing up, sending the goalkeeper the other way. How many times are we going to say that?
Steve Ogrizovic, former Coventry keeper, commentating on this for local radio.
I actually scored a penalty against Big Oggy back in the day.
Luke Berry's going to take this for Luton Town. And scores. And now Coventry have to score. He has to score, Liam Kelly. He's playing a captain's innings here.
Nervy moments, this big talent. I think many of the fans can watch.
Liam Kelly played in the League Two playoff final for Coventry 5 years ago and scores, cruel as you like. It's 5 each.
The standard's been absolutely first class. It really has. As I said, I'll say it again, Walmarth, Wilson, just nowhere near them. And that's just down to the sheer quality from every single penalty that's been taken.
Dan Potts is coming forward, only played the last few moments of extra time. Potts for Luton. To the net, and on we go.
Another fantastic penalty. Potts, I always favour a left. They always think that they're going to come up and produce.
Well, the pressure now is almost unfathomable as Fankati Darboe strides forward here for Coventry City.
Just look at everyone on that far touchline, just waiting for the moment.
131 Coventry games, no goals. And he's missed it. Luton Town will be a Premier League club next season, promoted back to the Football League only 8 years ago. It is an incredible tale. The fall and the rise of the Hatters is complete. Luton Town are into the Premier League, and Coventry City are in the bitter depths of despair.
It's heartbreaking. I said you just do not want the game decided in that, and Darboe's having to be the one. Just the disappointment, taking a penalty and missing. Well, the story of this game has been remarkable. I'm going to have to watch this over again because it's been a brilliant afternoon of all sorts. We've seen goals disallowed, we've seen decisions not given, and we've seen a penalty shootout, and the way to lose in that manner is heartbreaking. It really is, because every single player out there has given their absolute all, haven't they? And to just see the finale, but what a story this is. Luton Town in the Premier League. The story of Rob Edwards, of where he's come from. Unbelievable to think he was managing Watford earlier on in the season. Now he finds himself a Premier League manager.
And Rob Edwards goes around to commiserate with the Coventry City players, and I think that says something about the man. There are tears everywhere you look from both sets of players. Joy for Luton, despair for Coventry. Luton Town have completed the most remarkable comeback, one of the great stories of English football history. The team who were top flight in the 80s, League Cup winners in the 80s, who sank about as far down as it's possible to go, will be playing top flight football next season, and the Hatters have done it on penalties, 6-5 after a 1-1 draw.